Here now to react is Guy Benson, Town Hall political editor and Fox News contributor. Guy, I mean, this has just turned into a free-for-all.
It has, and there's a lot of names that are being attached to this, and there seem to be whispers and some buzz in D.C. that there are more lawmakers that are going to be sucked into this. I just saw a moment ago on Twitter that there's an allegation put out against Senator Blumenthal of Connecticut. So again, you have to wait and see if these people are credible and so on and so forth. But I think that we might be at the beginning of this whole saga of trying to clean some of this up as opposed to getting towards the end of it.
One of the things that I find sort of overwhelming is how do you sort through these allegations? Because it used to be that people really crucified the victim, and it was very scary to come out. Now it feels like we're in a zone where we believe people when they come out and make these claims. I worry down the line that, you know, we stop looking closely and, you know, does it degenerate into a situation where we're not properly vetting the people that are coming forward? I don't know. I mean, how do you sort through that in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, that's really tough because you're right. In the past, there's a lot of victim shaming and attacking of victims, which takes a lot of people who were truly attacked and victimized and makes them very hesitant to come out. In many cases, they never do, and that's not a healthy thing. But we shouldn't also pretend that there's no such thing as false allegations and that people won't just pile on political figures that they don't like because they don't like them politically and it's convenient. One example I would give, Melissa, in 2014, there was a congressional race in San Diego where the Republican nominee was gay, and there was an allegation about sexual harassment against him. It cost him a very close election because of that allegation, which after the election, the person who made the allegation admitted to fabricating evidence. So this does come into play, false allegations. And I think it's difficult because it's tough to know who's telling the truth. The question comes down to credibility, the amount of evidence, and patterns of behavior.
And you also talk about opportunism, and, you know, you look at Kirsten Gillibrand and her coming out today and saying this. Let's listen.
Is it your view that President Clinton should have stepped down at that time, given the allegations?
Yes, I think that is the appropriate response. But I think things have changed today, and I think under those circumstances, there should be a very different reaction.
I mean, what's so frustrating about this is being a New Yorker, no one has benefited more from Clinton money and Clinton coattails than Kirsten Gillibrand. And here she is coming out now, a million years later, throwing Bill Clinton under the bus, where frankly he deserves to be. But now that she's used them to her best advantage for years and years, I don't know. What's your take on this one?
Well, yeah, because she's trying to be as woke as possible because she's going to run for president in 2020. And now the Clintons are expendable when, in fact, even very recently, they were invaluable, and you would never cross them if you were her. Now it's easier to do so because they're out of power, and it's relatively convenient to do so, and it's politically expedient to do so. So, look, I think it's completely fair to conservatives or for conservatives to attack Democrats who are all of a sudden coming to Jesus and seeing the light on Bill Clinton, who has had credible allegations against him for years, and they circled the wagons for him, not just in the 90s, but even all the way up through 2016. He's been a hero of the party, speaking at every convention, raising money for all these Democrats, and now all of a sudden, oh, now we believe Juanita Broaddrick. Now the stuff from Paula Jones is something we should pay attention to. It does seem very opportunistic, which, last point, is not a defense of someone like Roy Moore. Just because the Democrats have done something terrible doesn't mean Republicans should defend stuff on their side, but it's a bad look for the Democrats, and they should be called out when they're being hypocrites for political reasons.
Yeah. Guy Benson, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. Always great to see you.
Sure thing, Melissa.
Thank you.